take a look at Transformers Generations Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Alchemist Prime. Alchemist was one of the more mystical primes, an elemental being who perceived the world in terms of its basic forms, spiritual or material, and who was attuned to its cycles. He was much more intuitive than intellectual, although he lacked no intelligence. As with all the rest, he was capable of handling himself in a fight, but he preferred to immerse himself in the natural world to better understand the mechanisms of change. In his ability to transmutate metals and temporarily alter the properties of objects, he seemed more akin to a magician than a battle master. He had a gentle spirit that led him to be sympathetic to all the rest. Still, waters run deep. Alpha Trion was his closest friend, their joint scholarly approaches providing them with endless debate. His ability to always see another side to any story was aided by his artifact, the lenses, as these were part of his optics and integral to his being. They were not something anyone else could ever hope to use. Until now, apparently, since the accessory he comes with is a little scaled up version of the lenses for figures to wield. We see there's his prime emblem in there, and my phone camera is terrible, but we can see the ancient Autobot logo kind of there. It is obscured by that weird star shape. It is really hard to see on this camera. You're really not going to see it. But over here, you can kind of almost sort of maybe make out the Blendtron emblem, Servants of Unicron. So, two sides, ooh, of the same glasses. You can also split the lenses up and have them be kind of like Tonfa arm shield things, or he can brandish them as a couple single-handed bladed weapons. I also just like to have him hold it as one big bludgeoning weapon. He's just gonna beat you to death with a big pair of glasses. Here he is in his alternate mode. So out of the box, he had like a little extra what I thought piece of plastic on his shin. It was paint, and I scratched it thinking that it was green plastic with gold paint on it. These panels that wrap around up top are black plastic, as you can see by the hinge, and then painted green. All of his shins are paint. And I also found that out the hard way when I scratched that part of his shin right down there, too. So, even though this guy's pretty monotone, he's covered in paint. Now Alchemist is with his brothers and sister on the shelves of myself and many others. Sorry for the shaky hand cam, I don't care.